What up? What up? What up? We are back. We just took the Browns to the Super Bowl. I'm not gonna say the Super Bowl. I'm gonna say more like the toilet bowl because them boys are flushed. Them boys are extremely flushed. Okay. For all those out there wondering, I got my main man Sally up in the building. Sally, what's good?
What's good, Duke? What's going on? Hey, coming off that Eagles win, the win that we had to have, and they call them the dog pound. We the underdogs, but we look like the dog pound on them boys on Sunday.
Them bum ass boys, man. Yeah, yo, we got it done, man. I ain't gonna lie. Like, it was an ugly win, but guess what? I'll take it. I'll take a win as a win all day
Hey,
long. Because
a
guess
win is
what?
a win
It
all
don't matter
day.
if you
That's
win
right.
by inch or by mile. As simple as that. I'm saying, but I'm saying today is a special day. You know what I'm saying? Real special day for us. We have a loyal listener coming on the show today. You know what I'm saying? Been watching the show for quite some time, and they asked what they could get on the show, or I don't know if they asked if we just pressured them to be on the show, but guess what? They on here now. You know what I'm
Hey,
saying?
over here,
So
that.
I want to give everybody right now. I want everybody to stand up, give her a big round of applause. You know what I'm saying? Welcome to the show, Philadelphia's own Ramis. You know what I mean?
Hi
Hey,
guys.
what's going on? What's going on? How you been?
Good. How are you?
Good. So, you know what I'm saying? For those who don't know, you know what I'm saying? Hey, don't test her. Okay, don't test her. We got a little feisty one up in here today. All right. And for those who are wondering, don't worry about it. Michi, he'll be here. Don't even sweat it. He'll be here. You know what I'm saying? He's on our time right now. You know, that's how I go. That's how I
Yeah,
go. Yeah.
he's on that CCT
Yeah,
right there.
he's
He's on
definitely
that
on our
CCT
time.
right there.
And it ain't like he ain't know about this yesterday, but it's what it is, what it is, right? But yeah, man. Hey, so look, Ramis, look, you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
We got a couple issues we got going on, we got to talk about today. And
Yes.
you know what I'm saying that the thing, man, it's like goodness gracious, like, where we had the bye week and all that, that's cool, man. But
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm trying to figure out like where are we headed at? You know what I'm saying? What's our vision right now? Like what's our identity? We trying to figure this out. So we're gonna talk about it like this. You know what I'm saying? Coming out the bye week, playing one of, if not the worst teams in the NFL. What are our major concerns like pertaining to what are the concerns that given our performance? Because everyone was saying, "Oh yeah, yeah, you guys, it should be a blowout, this, that, a third." But when you have all the other teams in the NFC playing these cats, and for us to be one of the premier teams in the NFC, we got the lowest number as far as score, the lowest scored
Mm-hmm.
wins on them. So, Sally, you know
hmm
what I'm saying? Like, where are we at with that? Like, where are we at with that? Like, you tell me,
I
man.
just, I mean, I'm concerned about the offensive scheme of our play. I mean, just like
Hmm.
we came out, first play of the game. Saquon ran 6 yards, first play of the game,
Right,
and
right.
then they go to two passing plays. I'm like, my man that scored, he got 6 yards on the first down, and then you're gonna
Off the
go,
cuff.
then Jalen gonna force two passes to AJ Brown. I just didn't understand it. I just not understand the play calling, the play. I don't understand what Kellen Moore, what we trying to do. I mean, I figured we start the run to open up the pass, but it wasn't what I expected. I mean, we went up. We still haven't scored in the first quarter all season yet.
All
We haven't scored
season.
no points in the first season all season. So I'm
And
just
that is
trying
a
to figure out
shame.
what's going on. That's terrible with the lineup we have.
Right.
We should be
All-star
we should be
cast.
we should be throwing up. I mean, I'm just, especially with the Browns. I mean, don't get me wrong, Browns got like the 13th best defense in the league. The defense is pretty good. They
Right.
got Miles Garrett in there,
Right.
but our weapons, we should just be still dominating with the weapons we got on our team. I just don't understand what this. I don't understand what's going on with the offense.
Me neither, man. It's so much to trying to funnel up and put in the box, try to figure this mess out. It's like a puzzle. It's like a 10 million piece puzzle right now with us. But Ramis, man, what we got on this? What we got on this? What's your take on it?
All right. So I think that they're too busy trying to make big plays. They're trying to make AJ happy. They're trying to figure out what they're doing with Jalen because they haven't figured him out yet. Our defense is just all over the place. They don't know if they're gonna do a sack. They don't know if they're gonna do a run. Like they just don't know. They're not blocking. It's just they're all over the place. They're just not in sync. So even though we won yesterday, which we had to, because Nick Sirianni definitely wouldn't have a job today if we lost. Like I wasn't worried about us losing, but I'm concerned about how we're winning for sure. Like it's a problem. We should definitely be dominating these games. We have AJ, we have Smith, we have Saquon. The first game that we played out in Brazil, Saquon was amazing.
Right.
I don't know what, and I'm like, so you come home to the link, which is electric to play in, and you're missing balls and you're doing, you know what I mean? So I don't know what the problem is with the team. A big part of me wants to say that it's Nick because I really don't like him. So I blame Nick for everything.
Uh-oh.
I just because
Uh-oh.
so I haven't liked Nick.
No, hey, right now, you team meets right now, boy. Right now.
Me and Nick are not friends. We have not been friends since 2022 when we lost to New Orleans at home with what was that Minshew Mania nonsense, and we lost, and Jalen was hurt. And it didn't make any sense that we did not win that game, and we needed Jalen to come back to take us to the Super Bowl. So you can't get me. Jalen for me is a hero, but we can't have too many heroes, and we got to figure out what the play calling is going to be. Stick to it, run the ball, and win these games and dominate.
Okay, hey, that's a good take. I mean, that's like you did the research on that.
The research. I watched the game.
Yeah, no, I mean, what I'm saying from
the game.
Okay, all right, hey, I'm with it. But go ahead.
That's what I told you. She know her stuff. I told you she know her stuff.
Yeah.
She didn't know. She didn't know what's the girl on ESPN First Take. She's not just sitting there now. She's not just sitting there. She know her stuff.
You talking about Joy? No, not Joy. That ain't Joy. What's that girl? I don't know what that girl.
No. You know the girl with Stephen A.
The one Stephen A. messing with.
Molly.
That's it.
Yeah. They turned out like she's not. They was married. She was married to old boy.
Yeah.
Molly. Yeah.
That's it.
Jalen Rose. She's married to Jalen.
Yep.
But so look, my thing is this. When it comes to our concerns, here's my thing. Like, I don't know if it's a scheme thing that Nick is definitely getting in the way. Let's just start there. Nick is definitely getting in the way. Why? Because he's still saying, yeah, I called that play. Man, you have an offensive coordinator and a D coordinator. Why are you calling defensive plays? Why are you calling? Let them do their job. Don't you? There could be a point in time where you just might be getting in the way, brother. Shaving your head bald, that ain't gonna cut it. That ain't gonna bring you closer to us. It ain't, man. And then you want to go back. You want to start chirping to the
crowd.
Like, bro, what are you doing? Like, don't you know that the fans can you either in or you're out? Ain't that what your dad used to say? Hey, we ain't gonna be heating up the whole neighborhood. Ain't gonna be air conditioning the whole neighborhood. Hey, you either in or out. Look, Nick, if you don't listen to nothing anybody tells you, brother, we need you to do this. Let them boys call the plays. Let them be the experts that they are on defense and the experts they are on offense. But we don't need you coming in here telling an offensive coordinator that has been a head coach already on how he should and should not call the game. Like, that's his job. That's why you hired him. So that is a concern to me. You know what I'm saying? That's one. Two, not being able, again, to stop these outside runs that we've been having, like, i.e. contain the outside. We have not been able to contain all year. And every single time one of those running backs grabs that ball and heads to the outside, I get nervous. And I get nervous because I'm like, man, here they go. They're about to break up. They're about to break another one. And we can't have that. As an organization, we cannot have that. I'm sorry, we just can't. So with that being said, those are my concerns, to include Kellen Moore's play calling. And we'll get into that a little bit later in the show, but his play calling's got to get a little bit better, especially based off of what he has as far as game players and position players within the Eagles. Like, come on, man. Like, you can't just be sticking to this same, like, flip the page, like Mitch said a couple shows ago, flip the page, See what's on the other side of the page, and let's run that. All right, Michi, what you got? Boy, here we go, boy. Michi on that Marcus Wi-Fi again.
Got that cricket Wi-Fi on. What are you doing?
Michi, bruh, are you at McDonald's? You at McDonald's right now? Oh my goodness. Here we go.
He played a staring game. He played a staring game right now.
Michi, man. Bro, you gotta come on. Yeah, hey man, hey, you win. Yeah, you win, man. You win.
You know, I just transferred.
Right, you on your get off your hotspot. You're on your hotspot, man. You gotta be on. You gotta be on your hotspot. Get off your hotspot, man. Connect to the home Wi-Fi, bro. Connect to the home Wi-Fi.
Hook the cable up. Hook the cable in.
Yeah,
hook the cable up and go and get on there.
Matter of fact, get off the Wi-Fi. And just go straight. Wire your phone in, bro.
Yeah.
So look,
man.
All right. So look, we gonna move on from Michi because I don't know what's going on with his stuff right now. All right. So all right. So with that being said, how long can this level of play like keep going on with our offense? Like, I don't think we can sustain this for too much longer based off of the teams that we got coming up, i.e. Cincinnati. You know what I'm saying? We got a couple other hard games coming up. Like, how long do you think we can do this? Like, really? How long? How is this gonna last? We can't win like this all season and be confident going to the playoffs.
No way. Well, I'll tell you, like, I mean, go ahead. I'll let you go ahead, Remis. Go ahead.
No. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I'm just saying, like you said, dude, with the strength of the schedule we got coming up, plus all these divisional games coming up, there's no way. Because you know those divisional games are important. And plus, those probably going to be our hardest games. You know, when we get into division games, everybody plays hard in those games. They play hard in those games. So we can't, this can't last too much longer. There's no way gonna last. Winning like this, there's no way. If we keep going like this, we going right now, there's no way we're gonna make the playoffs.
Right.
Hey, I don't appreciate everybody clowning my Wi-Fi in the comments. I'm gonna let y'all know. Hey, what do you say? I'm putting cases on all you.
Oh, you
suit program. Hey, Liddy Wright and Watt, suit program. 23 hour lockdown. Liddy got something to say. Ron Kelly got something to say. Don't worry about it. I'm putting cases on all you, bitches.
All right, so Michi, all right, so what was you saying? Sally, was finish what you said?
I'm just saying that we just can't sustain this level of play coming into the second part of the season with the games we got. They're too important. There's no way we can win. There's no way we can win these games in the latter part of the season playing like we're playing right now. There's no way.
All right, what say you, Ron?
What you got, Remis?
Yeah, Remis, did you? Oh, okay. I was like, got another one.
Another one. I'm fine. I just didn't hear my name. No, you're fine. I mean, this is the thing, right? Like, we've seen this before. It's not like the Eagles have been playing fantastic. So we had 2021 wasn't the greatest, right? And then 2022 was a miracle because Jalen was going after his contract. And then last year we were 10-1 before we started going crazy and losing all the games.
Yep.
This year, I think that we still are just butthurt from last year. So I'm like, let's give our team a chance. You know, let them regroup. Let's see what's going on before we start jumping to we're not going to be good in the playoffs because we really don't know, right? Like, the Cowboys suck. As always, of course. We got the Giants. They're not great. Washington, I'm a little afraid. We usually we break up the division with them, right? This year, I don't see us doing that. Because Washington is not, I don't know, like who is, I'm like, who is coaching them? We need their coach. Like, I'm like, why don't we have Washington's coach? Like, where did this person come from? Grab him. Because I'm like, how do you turn Washington around? And like, they are like killing it right now. So, but at the end of the day, I'm a diehard Eagles fan. So I don't feel it takes a lot for me to get to a point that we're not going to do well. I just think that I want to see them play against the Giants. That's going to give me a better feel for where we're going to go in the season because we are just coming off the bye. AJ and Smith, they just came back. So I need to give it a minute. Like, let's see, how we're I'm staying positive with my team. I can't say that we're not going to do good yet. Like, even though we're not winning like we should be, a win's a win.
Right. and like you say, what I'm saying, I'm not. But my thing with the whole thing is like we haven't seen our full potential. Like we thought we saw it during against Green Bay. We thought we saw it, but not just yet. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like there are still levels to our offense and to our defense, to be honest, that just haven't came out the box yet. And once these things come out, then we'll know what we have. But it's something within the coaching staff that's got to pull some of these tangibles out of these players to get them working the way they should be working. Now, why they haven't done it yet, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But again, that's something we talked about, on one of the previous shows about the coaching staff not knowing the players' strengths and weaknesses. So I feel good, within the next 3 or 4 games. But that Joe Burrow game, he's starting to click. I feel like out of our next 3 games, that Cincinnati game is going to be our biggest test for the season. To be honest, at first I thought it was going to be Green Bay, but looking at now, I feel like it's going to be Burrow. And to be honest, I'm not even sold on Burrow yet because what I'm saying, I feel like this is just me personally thinking. I feel like his best days are behind him. That's just me, but I could be wrong. I just hope he does. If it is, then let it be gone and don't let it happen to us because I don't want to be going to work the next day. Listen to these sorry motherfuckers out here. So what you got? Oh shit! Here we go.
No. Hey, look. Hey, I'm gonna tell you. Like I said on the pregame show, like I've been saying all the other episodes that we've been doing, man. These 4 games, we have to win them. If we lose a game, it cannot be to the Browns or to the Jaguars. Okay. The reason why I say this is because we barely squeaking by. And that'll work if everybody stayed at the same level of play from here into the Super Bowl. Then you can squeak by like that. But everybody's not. Right. Everybody's starting to click and get better and better and better each week. So if we're barely beating the Browns, who the Commanders, the Cowboys, and everybody else, they slaughtered, you know what I mean? And we barely beat them, we got a lot of problems. We got a lot more problems than are meeting the eye. So we have a lot of problems, like I said, with our defense. And mind you, they got their first touchdown off of that block kick. So we need to make that out there because without that block kick, the score would look a lot differently. You know what I mean? We would have had those 3 points, and then we knelt the ball down at the end when we could have actually scored. So that would have been an additional 10 points. So we would have had on 30, 30 points on them. I'm not the guy to say woulda, shoulda, coulda, and all of this stuff, but realistically speaking, we would have put up 30 on them. They would have had one less touchdown. But we don't have time to sit here and keep trying to week after week after week trying to figure stuff out. That's what the bye week is for. We had a couple unfortunate injuries that we had to overcome and come back after, but that's what your bye week is for. You need to come out of your bye week with all of the corrections done and get ready to attack the end of the season. And I don't feel that we're at that point of doing that right now. The Bengals are looking all right. We always split with the Cowboys. Generally, and speaking, the divisional games are always going to be tough. And we got a lot of those. Jaden Daniels, like I gave a shout out a couple weeks ago to him. Man, he's doing his thing, man. He's balling, composed. He's showing you why he won the Heisman Trophy. He's doing his thing. Jalen has to come harder. Nick gets a lot of blame in my book. Y'all know I'm ready for Nick to go. But Jalen has to show his maturity and lead that team on the field. Let's go.
Right. All right, let's go.
Working. Hey. Wi-Fi working, baby. Let's go.
we popping.
Wi-Fi working, baby. Let's go.
Hey. All right. So earlier, in discussion, though, you were saying how we gotta be a little bit more creative. So with that being said, Okay, so will Kalen Moore start creating more run plays instead of being mainly focused on pass plays? Because to me, in my eyes, that's what he seems to be on. Going back to what Sally said earlier, you know what I'm saying? You run the ball for 5 yards, and then Saquon doesn't get the ball the rest of the time, and you do 2 pass plays, and now you're 3 and out, you done. Like, why not just give him the ball? You could have given him the ball at the second down. He could have easily got what, another 3 or 4 yards. That now you're 3rd and 2, you're 3rd and 1, tush push, first down. Like, I don't understand it. And we all know that Kalen Moore has an issue with this. He's pass happy. We get it. But creating more run plays instead of mainly focused on pass plays, that's a difference maker to me. Right, Michi? What you think?
Oh yeah, absolutely, man. And we know that he's big on the West Coast style offense, right? If you don't know, the West Coast style offense was started in the 80s out there in San Francisco. Them boys, that's all they were doing. They were lacking a run game, but they had Jerry Rice and everybody else, so they just aired the ball out. Came out with what's his name, Ned Walsh or whatever, in the 80s, the late 80s. That's when the 49ers were doing it. So that's where the West Coast offense came from. Kellen Moore has that type of mindset. However, he according to what they say in these post-game interviews, Nick is the one that is calling the plays. That's where he's getting all the flack from. Kellen Moore, we saw he had a dynamic offense out there in Dallas when he was doing his thing in Dallas. Those boys were putting up 30, 40 points like it was nothing. Under the same guy. So and less talent. So from what we've been told, this is why Nick is getting the calls to go, because he's a poor manager of the game, poor manager of the talent. Yes, Kellen Moore is the offensive coordinator, but he does not have the ability to say, hey, I want to run these plays like he did out in Dallas. So that's where the problem is coming from.
Mm-hmm.
So Nick is just taking over the play calling pretty much.
Yeah, he's not allowing them to do their jobs.
All right. Sally, what you got?
That is like I said, I think we need to, like we said, we need to focus. To me, like I said, we got the best running back in the league on our squad, and let that man do his job, man. Let him do what he came to the Philadelphia Eagles to do, is run the ball. Right. I mean, this even happened last year though, with Swift. Swift was a great running back to me. He was doing his job when he got the chance to do it. We just don't run the ball enough. I don't understand why. And this is an every week thing. We always talk about run the ball. Sandra Bullock said in what's that movie called?
Blindside.
Run the dang ball.
Yeah. Yeah. It's simple.
Run the ball, man. Let him run the ball.
Well, hey, everyone that watches football knows, and I'm quite sure Remy she's gonna say it too, but everybody knows running the ball opens up the passing lanes. Like, come on, bro. Remy, what you got on this topic here? I'm trying to figure this one out.
I think that Nick knows he's on the hot seat. He's on the hot seat with the fans. He's on the hot seat, I'm sure, in the office. I'm really hoping that he does go ahead and give Kellen more creative power to go ahead and do what he's done. Like you said, when Saquon has the ball, we just need to go back to Brazil. I mean, I think that Brazil game was amazing. Yes. I was like, it was amazing, right? So I'm like, why would we change that? Why do we come home and completely forget that we had a kicker, completely forget that we have a running back? Like, I don't know what Kellen Moore, I don't know what Nick is thinking. I don't know if it's a power thing. I don't know if he is one of those, arrogant guys. Like, you saw him yesterday where he was like talking to the fans because they at the link, they were saying fire Nick. I don't know if y'all heard that on TV.
Oh yeah.
Blue Birds was out there.
Yeah.
So behind.
Yeah. So I don't know if it's a thing of where he just is so arrogant that he just doesn't want to give that power to his coordinators, but he definitely needs to. I think that if he does allow us to run the ball, I think that we win more games, we dominate more, and then we end up in the playoffs and we're successful. But that's what I think.
Hey, you know what? I'm the same way. And with that being said, it's like, okay, so given that we do have one of the best running backs in the league, right? Because we all know that we do. I'm saying, why did Saquon only have 18 carries for 46 yards and he only averaged 2.6 yards? Now, my question to y'all is that is that play design as far as who fills what's gaps as far as on the O line. Is that the O line? Like, is that all the O line execution not getting to where they need to be at a certain time, or is that on Saquon not being able to pick the right holes in the right lanes to go to? Because it's one of them. It's got to be one of them. For him to be a premier back like that, he's only averaging 2.6 yards a carry. That's unheard of. That's unheard of. Sally, what you got?
I think, to me, watching Saquon these 5 games, to me, he can hit a hole. He can hit it. He knows where the hole's at. He can hit those holes. To me, it's more maybe the offensive line. It's not because yesterday. Well, I know when he played the last game, he had a good run. He was gonna have a good run, but he ran into one of the old linemen. So I don't know if the old lineman didn't block the way he's supposed to block, and Saquon just ran into him. I don't know what happened, but it was gonna be a big run, and Saquon ran to the back of him. I just think it's the old lineman that's not executing. They're not executing the holes like they're supposed to execute them holes. Because Saquon can hit the hole. I mean, I've seen him jump back and forth and wait to his time, and then he hesitate and pause and go. I've seen that plenty of time from him. So I don't think it's Saquon, to be honest with you.
No, Robbie, what you got?
I don't think it is either. I agree. I think it's the O line. I think they're just not in sync. That's what it appears. You know, when you're watching, and it's because he's really good at bobbing and weaving and maneuvering himself, and he's really good at getting down to get through the holes. But then, like, the O line, it's like they don't know what they're doing. They just seem disorganized. They just don't seem in sync. They just not to me.
But I mean, is that a testament to the team? And I say that because we're known to have one of the best O lines in the league. The past couple of years. So for us to be not executing the way we are, like, is that a problem? Is that an issue now? Like,
to me, it's an issue. I think that's why we're not bringing up the points like we should be, right? Like, I think if the O-line was to get it together and be in sync with each other, but we also have, I don't know, I just think between the coaching, there's some disconnect between the coaching and the players. What that is, we don't know. We're not in the locker room. But there was a disconnect at the end of the last season that, in my opinion, has come to this season. They haven't gotten it together. And I don't know if they don't like each other. I mean, we're not in there. You know what I mean? So we don't know what's being said behind, in the locker room. But there seems to be a disconnect between the play calling and the O-line and the D-line, but we're not talking about them. So it just seems to be a disconnect.
Well, but okay, so hold up before I get going. Michi, what you got on it?
It's a little. I'm gonna say a little bit of the design, the play design, and a little bit with the O line, because you got a new center. Jason Kelsey's going, so you got Jurgens under the ball right now. You had our boy Lane Johnson. He was out. You remember he was on the out for the week before the bye, and then the bye. So and then we had that injury with the guy. What's his name? Starts with Mata. He was out. So I can understand a couple plays. You know what I mean? But like I always say, man, these guys are getting paid multi-millions of dollars to perform. I get it that they're trying to air the ball out to get the consistency with with the receivers and the tight end. Goddard was hurt and doing all this type of stuff, so we're trying to get the tight end the ball, just consistency in the air, establish the air game. But I'm gonna say it's the play calling, because of exactly what Sally said earlier. Last year, we had a top-tier offensive line ranked in the top 5 throughout the entire year. However, we were not running the ball with Swift. Now, when Swift ran the ball, statistically speaking, a statistical analysis over the past year, Swift was still in the top 10 of rushers, even though we rushed the ball not as much as everybody else. So they were creating the gaps that they needed to, and they're creating them now. It's just that the play design isn't being called for the run. That's why everybody is so frustrated.
Right. And I feel like when you say play design, I'm thinking about who's assigned, who's supposed to pull from what right guard is supposed to pull, who are they supposed to block, who's supposed to pick up that rusher, stuff like that. So when it comes to offensive play, those are the things that I feel like that we as a collective group, and correct me if I'm wrong, but if those are the things I feel like when it comes to O-line, these are the things that we're talking about, like the blocking lanes. Like, we got to fix that, because all we need is for Saquon to break 2, maybe even 3 a game. But to average 2.6 a game is just crazy work. Like we can't
Yeah.
sustain because now they know what's coming. They know when we're going to pass because it's only obvious. There's going to be a passing play and we know it. But if we can convince their defense, whoever whatever team we're playing, to bite on that run and use those RPOs like we're supposed to be using them, guess what? Now they'll just open up those passing lanes. That's how Jalen Hurts was being so successful before. But as of right now, we're just not doing that. And those are things that I feel like we need to fix.
We talking about the same coach that didn't run Saquon an entire quarter. So that's what I say.
Yeah.
It's the play design. It's not that it just started. This has been going on. And so this is what game 5. So we're into game 23, 24 from last season of doing the same stuff. So it's not just starting with Saquon. It started with Swift, Gainwell, all those guys, and it's continuing. That's why we're calling for Nick to get out of there.
Because he's the common denominator. We got different coordinators, and it's still the same. One person's still there, and he's the common denominator from last season and this season.
Right.
When you establishing a run game, you don't need 10 yards every run. But as long as you have a consistent pressure, a consistent presence of the run, that opens up RPOs. That opens up plays down the field where you're going to be able to get time to develop and put air up under the ball for your plays. We don't need every play to go 25, 30 yards. You know what I'm saying? Let Saquon run it, throw some plays across the middle, then you can air it out.
Right. So Tyrone Moses says maybe they're trying to manage his workload since he's has injury issues.
I get that.
No, I mean
I get that from a perspective, but that don't call for no runs in an entire quarter. That's not managing. That's mismanagement.
Yes.
I mean,
and on top of that, like you paid this man too much. You paid him too much to not come in here and do work. I don't care. I don't care what your injuries are. Guess what? You need to run the ball.
And also include Saquon. I mean, the game with Green Bay, he caught a touchdown. This guy is a runner and he's also can catch the ball. I really haven't seen no other more passes since the first couple games to Saquon as far as tossing him the ball, letting them get out in the open and make some moves. And I haven't seen none of that since the first game.
Yeah. Hey, Rod Kelly says Saquon's a big run type back. True. Like I know that's why we don't understand it. Like that. These are things that are just unknown to us. We don't understand why it's not happening the way it's supposed to be happening. It's awkward to me. But Rod also says, she know her stuff. That's what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Rameez for that.
Rameez, I told you she wouldn't have been up here. She didn't now. Rameez, she know her stuff. We
don't pull nobody up here who ain't real with it, man. If they Fugazi, they go on the Fugazi podcast. Gotta be right up here. You know what I'm saying? So running the ball like Saquon, like we say, is running the ball, but that also goes with time possession. You know what I'm saying? So what time possession would be a factor in any other game. How can we correct that so it plays in our favor in the future? And I say that because our time possession was almost, I'm not going to say almost, we had the ball a lot more, but with less plays, but the score didn't seem as though it was the same. So if you look at the score, you would think, it was even Steven. No, we had the ball way longer than they did, and we only put up 4 more points than them. So how is that supposed to work? Rameez, how is that supposed to work?
It doesn't. And that's why we're, struggling, with possession of the ball is so important, right? Like when you think about what year did we go to the Super Bowl? Was that 2022, right? Right? Okay.
Yeah.
So thank you. Yeah, I'm like the years are just flying by. But in 2022, when we went to the Super Bowl, what did Kansas City do? He controlled the ball. Kansas City is amazing at controlling the ball. I'm always blown away by how they manage that time clock. That is something that Nick Sirianni just does not do. I blame everything on Nick. I do not like Nick. I wish Nick would have left, like I said, a couple years ago. So, I don't know. I'm like, controlling the clock is imperative to winning games. It is imperative. The way I see it, I'm like from the beginning of the first quarter to the end of fourth quarter, you should know how you're managing that clock up and down around the corner. So the fact that we do not manage our time properly, and then we're constantly having a punt, we're constantly not getting fourth and down. Like, it's ridiculous. Like, I was so mad yesterday because I'm like, why the hell are we we're not scoring in first quarter when we have the talent to do so? It makes no sense that we will not run run
No, you good.
the ball. Like,
You good?
Goddamn ball.
No,
Yeah.
you good. Hey, no, you good. You say what you want to say
Like,
up in here.
yeah.
You say what
It's
you want
like-
to say. Hey,
but it's like,
say
why
what the
won't
fuck
we-
you want to say up in here? Hey.
No, but I'm just saying, like, it doesn't make any sense that we have excellent players that we have paid a lot of money for, and we refuse to treat them the way we refuse to, like one of y'all said, learn their strengths. I still can't figure out if Jalen isn't in the pocket, out the pocket. What are we doing with him? 1 minute we're passing, 1 minute he's running. Like, we're doing too much. I actually enjoyed watching him in the pocket more. Because watching him in the pocket, I feel he's more confident when he's passing. And even though he does some great pass plays, but he has had a lot of interceptions. And if you were in the link where I was on when we played against the Falcons, our home opener, and we all was standing there, and he threw that last interception when all we needed was 13 yards. So, and he didn't pass it. We were like, you could hear a pin drop in the link. Literally, we all turned around in silence and left. And we were like, how is it that he is such a great quarterback? Because I think we all still believe in him. At least I do. But we got to figure out what we're doing with him and use his talent to his strength. Does that make sense?
Oh, absolutely.
Like, yeah. So I'm like, because he's not a bad
1000.
quarterback, and he's not a bad quarterback. A bad quarterback cannot get us to the Super Bowl on his second year. We're not gonna do that with him.
Go ahead.
He is, huh? Can you hear me? Oh, he went away again. Oh,
No, I'm here.
Okay. He's not a bad quarterback, but they haven't figured out how they want to play him. And then with the different offensive coordinators that he's had, they just haven't figured his role out yet. But I personally think he needs to stay in the pocket. And that will get us to where we need to be.
Hey, so I feel, man, I think that, like I said, Jalen Hurts, he's really good. I don't feel that he's in the top tier of the Lamar Jacksons, the Mahomes. I don't feel that he's that elite yet because of his maturity, his development isn't there. All right. So this is I think that there's two types of quarterbacks. I believe that you have quarterbacks that are running quarterbacks, and you have quarterbacks that can run. You know what I mean? And so they have to, like Ramesh is saying, we have to figure out what we're trying to do. If, after they get that big contract, now you're a liability. So they don't want you running, as much anymore. So your pocket presence has to mature and develop.
Yeah.
There's a reason why, Russell Wilson has stayed around when he has the ability to run. You know what I mean? You got to kind of scale it back. So you're not risking your body and getting injured. Mind you, we paying this guy $250 million, right? Another point. Now, Lenny, hey, Rod, E-Money, Mosey, all of y'all right here. Hey, tell me if I'm wrong with this. This is my honest assessment of Nick Sirianni. Nick Sirianni is like Steve Kerr when he fell in on Golden State Warriors. That team was a ready-made team. Everything was basically already there. The pieces was there. So it made him look like an elite coach at the time. But once you start doing your trades and all of this stuff, now you have to really be a coach. Now you become exposed and you're not as what we thought you were when you came in. So I think that Nick fell in on a situation like that. Now he's scrambling. And
boy, you spitting. You
preach.
spitting now, boy. You
I'm
spitting.
gonna tell you, and Laurie, he don't want to fire, but I think he needs to pull the trigger now than later because you're gonna have more disgruntled employees. Employees,
Players,
stuff like that. They're not gonna want to fight. So then you're gonna have those problems. Then the media is going to get involved. Now the media is in the locker room. Now we're talking about players at home, what they doing and this, and everything's going to fall apart. So I think we need to pull the plug on him now. Get somebody in there like a variable. We can't pull offensive coordinators from nobody yet into the postseason, but variable, somebody like that. If we're not going to pull a Bill Belichick, which is my number one choice, we get variable in there, somebody like that, and fix this shit now, because we can't afford to keep waiting.
Preach. We're gonna throw the letter out.
Hey.
Oh yeah.
and then
he gotta go.
And then you got Lenny up here talking about, is this ego problem? Coach won't get out the way. We know, as a Cowboy fan, we know you ain't talking about nobody being in nobody's way there, Lenny. Lenny White. We know that. There is no way in hell you saying anything about anybody being in somebody's way. We know that. Okay. Yeah. So let's not even go there, Lenny. So Nick Sirianni's like Kyle Shanahan. You got a point. You won't
agree, man. Yeah, they fell in on
a
good team that was there, and now they're being exposed. Kyle Shanahan's another one, man. We ain't talking about that sorry team right now, because he's wasted. Both of them guys are wasting too much talent on the team. Kyle Shanahan with the 49ers and the Eagles were wasting too much talent. We should not be talking about nobody else in the NFC right now other than the 49ers and the Eagles. With the amount of talent that they got on those teams, 49ers and the Eagles should be, hey, which one is going to win in the championship? That's what we should talk about, those two teams. But both of those teams.
Now, only because you brought another team in it.
Yeah.
This shout out to what it Hutchinson, but he got hurt from
Lions.
That's
the third team.
Yeah, prayers go to him, man. Hopefully he gets a whole lot better, comes back and ready to ball. It's unfortunate, sorry it happened, but things happen like that, and but we us as football players and former football players, sports enthusiasts, man, we just hope for the best for you, man. Really, so stay up. But yeah, they're another one. But with him gone though, are they still there with him gone? Because he was like a major piece of their defense.
Oh yeah, he was Hutchinson. He was the leading sacker. The most sacks in the league. So he's doing his lack of presence will be felt. But I think that Detroit and the guy, he played for the Cowboys. I think that he has the ability of being a good coach and rallying his squad. Now they have something to play for. So those guys are going to have a little bit more identity that they're going to be playing for the guy that's gone, man. And they're going to be a huge problem even more. So, yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, Reese. Yeah, we already know. You said Jerry's. Yeah, everyone knows Jerry's a problem. Even Stephen A knows it. Yeah. Stephen A knows it too. We all know he's a problem. Trust me. You're not telling us something we don't know already. All right. So now that we're, since the defensive struggles that we've been having, what I'm saying, on the defense, but we did have a decent game against them boys, because let's be honest, their offense is known to be not that good. You know what I'm saying? Their defense was what it was supposed to be, like me said, with like top 12 defense, something like that. You know what I'm saying? But we did have some very formidable players on our defense, or plays made on that team for the Eagles yesterday. So with that being said, looking at the defensive players, the whole game right now, who would you have given the golden feather to for most accomplishments in your eyes during that game? I'm gonna tell you right now, me personally, I'm gonna go with Josh Sweat. Josh Sweat had a hell of a game. He may not have had as many tackles as Nakobe Dean, because I think Nakobe Dean had like 12 and Josh Sweat had like 7 or 8. But Josh Sweat, his numbers, he was all over the place. This man had sacks, he had solo tackles, he had pass breakups, he had carry, he had rush. He did his thing. It may not have seemed so, but he did his thing. So I'm gonna give that golden feather to Josh Sweat. What you got, Ramis?
That's my boy. I love Sweat. I love Sweat.
Nobody. Nobody.
I love Sweat. Sweat to me, oh man, he's a beast. He's like an undercover.
Undercover what?
Undercover what?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Okay.
Oh my gosh. Just meaning that he's not talked about as much. Like he's an
Okay.
He's a sleeper. We
underdog.
call that a sleeper.
Yeah, sleeper.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, we call that a sleeper. Now, use the right
Undercover
terms,
what?
now.
Why y'all get
Hey, we gotta be
quiet
precise
like
out here.
that?
We gotta be precise.
Y'all got so quiet. Okay.
What he do? What that man do in his house, in his bedroom, is neither here
That
nor
is not.
He's a sleeper. That's a sleeper.
Okay, my bad. Y'all, that is hilarious.
Hey, look, even Rob was like,
Pause. Yeah, that's a pause right there.
That's a shame. That's a shame.
All right, wait, who you giving the feather to, bro?
So, are we talking about this game or for the season so far?
This game, this
This
game.
game.
This game, man. If I talked about this last time, man. 2 defensive players that I'm ready to see go from the team. Number 1 is Slay. He can go anytime. Number 2, yeah, Huff is automatic. Bryce Huff, automatic. Okay, so that's number 1, all-time number 1. Slay is number 2. He's the third oldest on the team. Let's go. The other one that I'm ready to see go is CJ. Because if he wouldn't have messed it up, I would have gave my golden feather to Kenyon because he's been holding it down. And Kenyon would have got that interception. He would have got that interception, and that would have cemented him. But I'm gonna have to go to the other side of the field and say the boy we talked about the last game, Dejon Cooper. I'm gonna have to give him the golden feather for that game because he was all over the field as well. He held it down. You know what I'm saying? Being the rookie that he is, he held it down the last game. Oh yeah.
Okay. Sally, what say you?
I say Dejon and Cooper. I think like me said,
that's the same person. What are you talking about? I'm gonna say Cooper and I'm gonna say Dejon.
A ding, man.
That's hilarious.
Cooper held it down. You know, he got the start yesterday. He got the start and he held it down. I mean, so to me, he earned that spot. So just give it to him until either Matt take it from me or he do something crazy. But until this, just let him keep starting. So I say Cooper, give him he get the golden feather from me.
All right, hey, I'm with Rod that like yo, the way Dejon, I'm sorry, the way Quinyon was acting when he like you see how he just like God damn man, you messed my stuff up. Like what you doing? Man, he was a sad puppy, man. Hey, but hey, Quinyon, you gonna get it, bro. You gonna get you one. Trust me, you gonna get you one this season. Just give it a minute. You gonna get you one. And guess what? They gonna give you the ball. Don't worry about it. Just take the ball back to the sideline, put it in the briefcase. You'll be fine. Trust me.
Yeah.
All right. So with that being said, man, look, we covered a lot of things this show. We didn't touch on a whole bunch. You know what I'm saying? And I wanted, but before we get going though, I got to give it up to the subscribers, man. And the reason why I got to give it up to the subscribers because I don't know if y'all know this, and I don't know if y'all been watching the show, but we are officially over the 200 subscriber march. I'm saying, so give it up to me, give it up to Sally, give it up to Rami, give it up to the followers, give it up. I'm saying we on our way. You know what I mean? So yeah, like I said, give it up to the followers, but some honorable mention, man. We got to give it up to Miss Stephanie Sally. You know what I'm saying? Got to give it up to Pedro Escobar. You know what I mean? Pedro. You know what I'm saying? Vote for Pedro. We got to give it up to Miss Christine Williams. We got to give it up to Miss Christine. Oh, and by the way, Dwayne Powell. Yes, we're gonna give it up to you, even though I know, not everybody else, but I know that you are a Steelers fan for some unknown reason. So with that being said, go ahead and give it up to Mr. Tommy Shogun Crawford. Why? Because he too is a Steelers fan for some unknown reason. He's my man, so and I love him to death, but he needs to come on over to the other side. You're already in Pennsylvania. You just go one thing for Tommy. Trust me, we'll take you. We got a few more seats open on the bus. Just trust me. Come on in. And then I got to give it up to my cousin Eric Jackson, him and his family. I appreciate y'all, man. Really do. For those who I didn't say your name because your profile is probably marked private. So if your profile is marked private, we thank you for your sub, but we don't know who you are. So you can either hit us up in the comments, come on up in the comments, say your piece. That way we can give you some love. But if not, man, you're gonna be a ghost to us, invisible. know what I'm saying? Shout out to everybody in the chat, man. Shout out to Christian Carver, you know what I'm saying? One of the analysts, you know, one of the researchers out here, you know what I'm saying? E Money, you know what I'm saying? Tyrone. Hey, even get up to Lenny White, even though he's a Cowboy fan. So, you know, don't kill him, y'all. It is what it is, you know what I'm saying? Big Mitch, man, what up? You know what I'm saying? Big time Eagles fan too up in Delaware. Appreciate you for stopping by, bro. We really do appreciate everybody. You know what I'm saying? Kim, love you, babe. Love you, babe. You know what I'm saying? But with that being said, man, look, we're gonna go ahead and get up out of here. So like I said, I just want to say
one last shout out, man. One last shout out, man. Hey, I truly appreciate her taking her time out of her busy schedule.
For sure.
Rami's coming on to the show, and we didn't know it. I ain't shot this out in the beginning because I had a few technical difficulties, but I just wanted her to shout out herself because if y'all don't know, she's a realtor, real estate agent out there doing her thing in the New Jersey, South Philly, Delaware area. So shout out your business right now. Here you go.
I'm Ramise. I am a realtor. I'm licensed in Maryland, PA, and Delaware, and I will soon be in New Jersey as well. So if you're looking to buy or sell, please give me a call. I'm easy to look up.
There we go.
I'm very easy to look up. My name is Ramise, so it's Ramice. Last name is White like the color. Thank you.
There we go.
Right,
there
okay,
we go.
There you go.
Look,
There you go.
If he's trying to get a 60-40 deal, you know what I'm saying? Just hit. No, I'm just just hit me. Trying to get one of them 60-40s, you know what I mean?
Hilarious.
So Michi said, play music to keep on.
Hey, I'm gonna get. Hey, Rod, I'm gonna get him. I'm gonna whip some ass, or I'm calling goddamn immigration. One of the two. I'm calling somebody.
Yeah, Robbie, my man Lenny said she's a beast. She's a beast. That's what's up.
Oh, thank you.
All right. So with that being said, man, we love. Thank y'all for coming out. You need to. I do. I do. I ain't gonna lie. I might hit her up. I ain't gonna lie. I might be in the mood for purchasing later. All right. Because this apartment stuff ain't cutting no more. I'm trying to. I ain't got no garage. My shit's out sitting outside. I gotta figure something out. I can't do that. But yeah, so hey, appreciate, man, everybody for coming out. We really, really do appreciate y'all's time, and you know what I'm saying, showing love. We really do appreciate it. But you know what, man, we like to keep our shows an hour. That's about it. You know what I'm saying? That's about it. So with that being said, man, we love y'all for everyone on the channel on the channel right here. Please stay on so we can talk about some things after this. But hey, love, peace, hair grease. We up out of here. All right. All right. Let me hit this banner real quick. Get us up out of here. Close this out.
Othello on the beat.